Not impossible.
Do you have a Facebook? Have you thought about the privacy you put at risk? The Facebook allows users to post their favorite music, books, movies, their address, hometown, phone number, email, clubs, jobs, educational history, birth dates, sexual orientation, interests, daily schedules, exactly how they are related to friends, upload pictures of themselves, and even political affiliations. Its privacy policy even goes so far as to state it also collects information about you from other sources, such as newspapers and instant messaging services. This information is gathered regardless of your use of the website. Think that's scary? The Facebook's term of service state, by posting member content to any part of the website, you automatically grant, and you represent and warrant that you have the right to grant to Facebook an irrevocable, perpetual, non-exclusive, transferable, fully paid, worldwide license with the right to sub-license to use, copy, perform, display, reformat, translate, excerpt in whole or in part, and distribute such information and content, and to prepare derivative works of, or incorporate into other works such information and content, and to grant and authorize sub-licenses of the foregoing. Have you seen the Facebook's Pulse feature? Pulse provides statistical trends among universities down to minute details such as percentages of females with conservative views, the student body's top 10 movies, and percentage of students who have read Catcher in the Rye. The so-called privacy policy goes on to say that they may share your information with third parties, including responsible companies with which they have a relationship. Can you think of any marketing group who would pass up buying such valid yet easily collected statistics such as these and others? So maybe they're using us. But is there more? The first venture capital money totaled at $500,000 came to the Facebook from venture capitalist Peter Thiel, founder and former CEO of PayPal. He also serves on the board of radical conservative group Vanguard PAC. Further funding came in the form of $12.7 million from venture capital firm Excel Partners. Excel's manager, James Breyer, was former chair of the National Venture Capital Association. Breyer served on the National Venture Capital Association's board with Gilman Louie, CEO of In-Q-Tel, a venture capital firm established by the Central Intelligence Agency in 1999. This firm works in various aspects of information technology and intelligence, including most notably, nurturing data mining technologies. Breyer has also served on the board of BBN Technologies, a research and development firm known for spearheading the ARPANET, or what we know today as the Internet. In October of 2004, Dr. Anita Jones climbed on board BBN along with Gilman Louie. But what is most interesting is Dr. Jones' experience prior to joining BBN. Jones herself served on the board of directors for In-Q-Tel and was previously the Director of Defense Research and Engineering for the U.S. Department of Defense. Her responsibilities included serving as an advisor to the Secretary of Defense and overseeing the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. This goes farther than just the initial appearances. DARPA shot to national fame in 2002 when knowledge of the existence of the Information Awareness Office came to light. The IAO stated its mission was to gather as much information as possible about everyone in a centralized location for easy perusal by the United States government, including though not limited to internet activity, credit card purchase history, airline ticket purchases, car rentals, medical records, educational transcripts, driver's licenses, utility bills, tax returns, and any other available data. All of the above raises more questions than answers. Perhaps if the Facebook wishes to stay ethically sane, it should enact a policy. What happens in the Facebook stays in the Facebook.
Good morning, I'm Kristen Folletti and welcome to News Desk on SiliconANGLE TV for Thursday, February 7th, 2013. DARPA is spending $100 million over 4 years to advance big data technologies. Who's getting a piece of that funding? Join us now with his breaking analysis on DARPA's big data investment is Wikibon analyst Jeff Kelly. Good morning, Jeff.
Morning, Kristen.
The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, also known as DARPA, recently awarded $3 million to data visualization and analytics company Continuum Analytics to develop data analytics and data processing libraries for Python, a popular computer programming language. Jeff, why is a federal government agency investing in a project to make writing big data apps easier?
Well, mainly because the federal government is one of the early adopters of big data technology, both from an intelligence perspective. The Defense the Defense Department, as well as the CIA and others, although they don't speak about it often, are users of big data technologies for things like counterterrorism, to support counterterrorism operations, to eavesdrop on terrorist chatter, that type of thing. And then on the kind of the non-intelligence side, the Obama administration has made a concerted effort and a formal program as well to use big data applications and other big data tools to improve services throughout the federal government that touch citizens directly. So both on the intelligence and non-intelligence side, the federal government is a large user of big data, and they are investing in this technology, and it's in their interest to support and help create an environment where big data applications can be created that support their initiatives.
Can you be more specific about what Continuum Analytics plans to do with the $3 million in funding?
Sure. So the money's going to go to two specific projects. One is called Blaze. So this is a scientific computing library for the Python computing language. Another is for a visualization system called Bokeh.
How will Blaze and Bokeh improve big data processing?
Well, the idea behind Blaze is to basically take some existing Python libraries and make them easier to apply to big data use cases. And when it comes to Bokeh, it's all about applying scalable, interactive data visualizations to large data sets using Python. So Python was not designed as an application language or programming language with specifically large data sets in mind. So these are really projects to help Python be able to be applied to big data and large volumes of data in various types of data sets as well.
Why is big data application development so important, and what are some of the challenges associated with it?
Well, so the first part of your question, why is it important? really, when you think about what big data is all about, it's about harnessing large volumes of multi-structured data that are coming in at very high velocity, taking advantage of all that data to cull through it, to mine it, find insights, and take action on that data. So we are familiar. Most of us are familiar now with Hadoop and some of the other data processing technologies that help at the foundational level of the big data stack, if you will. Really, though, where the value is found for big data, especially in business and as well in government circumstances, are around big data applications. That is, applications that either automate processes so that agencies in the government or enterprises in private business can react quickly to changing conditions on the ground, or applications that actually business users interact with to visualize data and actually understand and make sense of all that data. So that's where kind of the rubber hits the road. Big data applications delivering actionable insights to end users and to automated processes. So that's why it's so important. Why is it difficult? Well, it's up until now we're starting to see some movement in this space, but up until now there really haven't been any tools designed specifically to make it easy to develop these big data applications. And there are a number of technical considerations you have to take in mind, and among them parallel processing as applied to applications, which is typically not how applications are developed with that in mind. So up until now, there hasn't been a lot of movement in this space. We're starting to see a little bit, but really we need to develop and come up with new tools and new ways that make it easy to create these big data applications.
So why Python? Why not Java or Ruby?
Well, I just think it's a matter of go to where the popular languages are and focus on those. Python is a very popular language, along with an relatively easy to use language, which is part of the reason for its popularity. So that's one reason why they're focused on Python in this particular announcement. But generally speaking, the idea is to go to the communities of developers that are using modern languages, go to the languages that they find that are popular with them, and find ways to apply that to big data, rather than either writing or coming up with new languages or new ways or new tools to write big data applications that then these developers would have to learn. So that's why they're looking at languages like Python and others.
Jeff, we spoke to Trisata founder Abhishek Mehta about some up-and-coming developments in open source big data applications. As more and more developers come into the mix, are there any other companies or projects out there who are making it easier to create big data apps?
Sure. As I mentioned, so we're starting to see some movement in this space. Back at the Strata Hadoop World show in the fall in New York City, a company called Continuity emerged from stealth with some funding and really the official launch of their company. And what they're all about is building out what they're calling a data fabric layer, which really sits on top of the data infrastructure, be it Hadoop or what have you, and allows developers to relatively easily interact with large data sets to build interactive big data applications. Then there's other companies that are more focused on just really visualization type tools, or visual tools, I should say, that make it easy to create simple analytic applications, and sometimes not so simple analytic applications. Companies like Datamere, for example. So those are a couple different ways to attack the problem. Larger scale, or looking further out, I should say, more traditional ISVs that help companies develop applications are starting to build out practices focused on big data. That's still early days there, but I expect to see more movement in that space as well.
Well, Jeff, thank you for taking the time this morning. Great to have you on as usual.
Thanks, Kristen. Great to be here.
And remember, you can follow the news of the day and get the latest breaking analysis here at News Desk on SiliconANGLE TV.